Official data revealed declining economic activity for a second consecutive quarter, placing the United States of America in a technical recession zone. Pierre-Olivier Gourinchas, the economic counselor and the director of research of the International Monetary Fund, faulted the COVID pandemic and ongoing war in Ukraine for this increasingly gloomy and uncertain outlook. Traditionally, economists informally define a recession as a declining gross domestic product in two successive quarters. However, Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen refuted such observations.
I would be amazed if they would declare this period to be a recession, even if it happens to have 2 quarters of negative growth. We have a very strong labor market. When you are creating almost 400,000 jobs a month, that is not a recession.
She said that the US economy is in a period of transition. The US is experiencing the worst inflation rate in 40 years, causing the stock and real estate markets to crash. The chief executive officer of the conservative job creators group, Alfredo Ortiz, severely criticized Yellen's assertion.
This is a desperate and shameful attempt to move the recession goalposts to prevent Biden from being labeled a recession president. Americans don't care about this technical definition but have long been suffering from sky-high gas prices and skyrocketing inflation.
A senior Ukrainian advisor appreciated the artillery support from the West but said that without associated technologies, his country is still firing them blindly. In an interview with Newsweek, Anton Gerashchenko, an advisor at the Ukrainian Ministry of Internal Affairs, said,
HIMARS and heavy artillery are a good first step. But if we do not have the technology to find and correct targets for artillery strikes, then we're just shooting blind.
This assertion highlights a rocket attack incident on a Ukrainian prisoner of war or POW facility yesterday that killed more than 50 people. Earlier, Vadim Skibitsky, a spokesman for Ukraine's Directorate of Intelligence at the Ministry of Defense, and Alexei Arestovich, a top aide to President Vladimir Zelensky, had voiced similar sentiments. They wanted technologies that could help them target Crimea. As expected, such jingoistic statements did not go well with Russian lawmakers. They warned that such an action would invite a Russian attack on decision-making centers in Kyiv, military infrastructure, and arms supply logistics channels.
Hindu religious practices have preserved an estimated 100,000 to 150,000 sacred groves across India and protected the biodiverse habitats. These areas are home to an array of endangered species. Lakshman Acharya, a temple priest, observed that this is an intrinsic value of the religion.
It's something which is ingrained into every Hindu worshipper. Temples, trees, and ponds are all meant to be a collective space of worship.
Echoing this sentiment, devotees say,
people make wishes and tie red-colored threads to the trees' hanging roots, seeking blessings of the goddess. The leaves and flowers of trees are a part of many rituals and ceremonies. Tree worship is a fundamental part of Hinduism. Each temple has a unique tree.
Devotees learn to venerate the trees and the various beings that are part of the micro-ecosystem. Anuj Ales, Associate Professor at Kriya University in Andhra Pradesh and author of the book Forest of Tigers, says,
Villagers believe every creature has its right place. They don't take the environment or the resources for granted. They worship the forests as it gives local people everything they need to lead a sustainable life. There is a strong belief that when left untouched, the gods protect the communities with health and prosperity.
Archana Godbole, a botanist and director of the Applied Environmental Research Foundation, or EERF, in Pune, believes in bringing activism to the grassroots.
Unless we create some mechanism where people see the benefits of conserving sacred forests, the forests will not remain for our next generation. It's important for us to do something on ground.
To date, AERF has restored 80 sacred groves, protected 4 species of endemic and near-threatened hornbills, rescued pangolins, and conducted research studies on oilseed species and medicinal plants. By increasing the current tree cover by 25 to 30 million hectares, by 2030, India ambitiously plans to sequester the equivalent of 2.5 to 3 billion tons of carbon dioxide. According to India's 2021 forestry report, the forest and tree cover spreads across 81 million hectares or 312,742 square miles.
If you like this content, please press the like button and share it with your family and friends. Please consider subscribing to this channel. It is free. Press the bell icon to receive notifications about new content.